Good evening. Today is the 18th of July and it's time to take a look at our regular feature, the top 10 best-selling cars of June 2024. So I've been making these videos on the top 10 best-selling cars in this country since late 2018. So I've seen quite a few changes in that time. I've been referring to the registrations as sales because it's just easy for me to say. Obviously, when you go and order a brand new car, it usually takes a while for it to arrive. So the point at which they count that in these figures is not when it's actually sold. You put your money down and you draw up a contract. It's actually when the car's registered. So that's what we're going to be using. June 2024 has not seen a huge increase over June 2023. It's about 1.1%. But the mix of different types of power that these cars now have, well, it's changed, and it always changes. Start off with the actual type of power source the car has. We can look at both the figures for each type of car that's been sold and also the market share. Diesel, forbidden fuel. I was at an event over the weekend and people still don't understand why we don't talk about them. I don't really get this. I keep saying this all the time, but the market for these cars is evaporating. It's evaporating really, really fast. When I started doing these videos in 2018, they made up about half the entire market, but now 6%. So many ultra emission zones and clean air zones and other problems have happened with them. It's not actually the cars themselves, it's just the political interference and the ramifications of it that have sort of destroyed the market for them, essentially, and for some sort of arbitrary reasons as well. But that's quite enough about that. In June 2023, they sold about 13,000 of them. Last month was 11,000. That's a 17% change down. The market share was 7.3%. It's now 6%. Petrol cars, they had a change as well. There were about 56% of the market last June. Last month they're now on 51, and that's about an 8% change, downward direction. Last June, 99,000 were sold. Last month, 91,000 were sold. Battery electric cars, they are increasing by about 7.4% apparently. It's not nearly as many as you'd think, though, actually, in the market share. It was about 18%, it's about 19%. Number of cars sold has gone from about 32,000 to about 34,000. So nowhere near a pure petrol engine cars at the moment, really. Then plug-in hybrid cars. These are things like the MG HS, the Toyota RAV4. Just there's loads of them now. Seat Leon. They're different from the normal hybrids or full hybrids or strong hybrids. There's so many different names for them. The same thing now, and the mild hybrids. Those are different too. They're normally counted under just petrols. But the increase has actually been most dramatic with these, about 30% up over last year. I think there are a couple of car tax advantages to these. Market share in 2023 June was 7.2%. It's now 9.3%. It was a 30% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 13,000 to 17,000. Then hybrids, tons and tons of these, almost as many as electric cars. Last June in 2023, 21,000 sold. Last month, 27,000, so 27% increase. And market share has gone from about 12% to about 15%. So when I look at these sort of different segments of the market, private, fleet and business is very small in this country. We are a country that mainly deals with fleet sales, but it make up over half of registrations in this country. And so, it's actually increased in market share significantly in the business, sort of the fleet sector. It's gone from 52% to 59%. The 40% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 93,000 in June 2023 to 106,000 last month. Private sector's decreased a bit. It's gone from 45% the market to 38%. That's a 15% decrease. The number of cars sold has gone from 80,000 to 68,000. The business sector is very small. It's actually increased very slightly, up by 22%, but doesn't really mean an awful lot when they sold in this segment 4,700 cars last June, and last month about 5,800. And the market share has gone from 2.7 to 3.2%. Now let's look at the actual reason why you clicked on this video and look at the top 10 best-selling cars of last month. So we've got first place for Kia Sportage, no surprise. That is the second best-selling car so far this year, on 4,100. Then the Nissan Juke in second place, 3,900. That's number 4 so far this year. Tesla Model Y. Now this means a shipment of Model Ys and Model 3s have just come in. They don't come back regularly actually, and Tesla are very, very unusual in that it's not a franchise dealer that registered them. It's a chain of dealerships that are all owned by Tesla UK. And so they tend to be registered in a very small number of areas. And, you know, they control the supply of them a lot more actively than the franchise dealers would. So on 3,600, the third place is Tesla Model Y. Fourth place for Golf on 3,500. Very close behind the BMW 1 Series on 3,400. BMW are a very, very big force in this country these days. Sixth place for Hyundai Tucson, 3,300. You see, it's very close. Then seventh place for Nissan Qashqai, 3,200. Third place overall this year for Puma, which is actually the number 1 best-selling car this year again, which is no surprise. A little bit less, like 3,170. MG ZS, this is always a surprise to me actually, because the ZS is due for replacement I think next year. 3,113. And then 2 below it, the Tesla Model 3, 3,111. Let's now go to my favourite part of these videos, which is looking at how the individual brands sold in this country are doing. So we start with Abarth. They have gone down a bit, which is a surprise to me because they actually are selling a wider range of models than they were, but you know, never mind. It's not huge figures anyway. June 2023 they sold 111 cars. Last month was 98. The market share has gone from 0.06 to 0.05, and that is a percentage change of -14. Alfa Romeo, their colleagues over there, probably this is due to the new Junior or Milano or whatever it's called this week, 77% increase. Market share has gone from 0.06 to 0.11. Number of cars sold has gone from 107 to 109. Alpine, very, you know, low sales. I mean, there's an Alpine dealership less than a mile from our house, and yeah, I don't think they sell too many there, unfortunately. There's not that many Alpine dealerships in total. It's a car I'd like to drive at some point, actually. It's interesting, but I don't think we really seem to go into them in this country. We tend to buy Porsches instead. So 26% down, sort of 31 sales in 2023 versus last month 23, and market share has gone from 0.02 to 0.01. Audi, a very, very big seller in this country. They actually make up just under 7% of the market, which is remarkable considering it's supposed to be a luxury brand. If you make up that percentage of the market, you're not really a luxury brand, are you? Because you're sort of almost outselling brands like Vauxhall. In fact, they are outselling Vauxhall by about a factor of 2. So does that mean that's a luxury brand? I don't think so. It's just we think they are, and they can charge more for the cars. It's a very, very strange market in this country. Anyway, so 2023 in June, they sold about 12,000 cars, 12,200 to be precise. Last month was just under 12,000. Market shares dropped very slightly from 6.9 to 6.7. Number of cars sold, we covered that. Market change is down by 2.5%. Bentley, a true luxury brand, they only sold 64 cars last month, but actually in June 2023 that was 116. So quite a big drop, about 45%. Number of these market shares gone from 0.07 to 0.04. BMW, one of the highest rated brands at the moment. They actually now have over 7.5% of the entire market, 17% up on June 2023. Number of cars sold has gone from about 12,000 to about 14,000, and it was about 6.5%. It's now 7.6%. BYD, Build Your Dreams. They have gone up considerably. We've actually got some new models since last June anyway. They've got the Seal and the Dolphin, in addition to the Atto 3. The percentage change is 4,547% up. It's one of the highest increases I've ever seen. Now, that only means they've gone from 15 to about 700 cars, but it's pretty good. Market share's gone from 0.01 to 0.4. Citroën, a good month for them actually, and quite a few brands have had a good month. So they are 41% up. That's very good. The market share has gone from 0.09 to 1.3. Number of cars sold has increased from 1,600 to 2,200. Cupra, 17% up. Market share has gone from 1.3 to 1.5. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,300 to 2,700. Dacia, with hopefully the new Spring is coming soon. That looks like an interesting car. Market share has gone from 1.3 to 1.6. Percentage increase is 19.5. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,400 to 2,800. DS, not so good as Citroën. 69% down. Market share has gone from 0.16 to 0.05. Number of cars sold has gone from 275 to 85. I wouldn't be surprised, viewers, if they stop selling DS in this country entirely at some point. I don't know if that will happen, but it looks likely at some point. Fiat, Fiat had a lot of cars actually last month. It wasn't as many as June 2023, but it was quite a lot. Sales are down by 7.2%. Market share has stayed quite steady. It was about 0.7%. It's now about 0.6. Number of cars sold has remained roughly the same, 1,200 to about 1,100. Fisker sold one car last month. Next, Ford. Now, Ford have had a very, very big decrease. I think I know exactly why it is. It's because they don't sell the Fiesta anymore. They did last year. They don't this year. So although they had a very, very big seller in the top 10, the Puma, which is the top selling car of this year, they have had a 42% decrease, and market share has gone down from 8.3 to 4.7, and number of cars sold has gone from 15,000 to 8,500. I recorded a video yesterday, actually, very, very vlog, that some of you will see, about the fact that Suzuki, Ford, and Jaguar are sort of changing the cars they sell in this country. Yeah. Right, next, Great Wall Motors Aura, selling the Funky Cat, now known as the Aura 03. I think that's the only model they got on sale here. Another big increase, 647%. The market share has gone from 0.02 to 0.16. The number of cars sold from 38 to 284. Honda, very steady, very, very steady indeed. Only a 0.2% decline. I like the HR-V very much. I like the Civic very much in terms of Honda. They've got some other ones as well. The ENY1, which is a strange name, and the ZR-V2, which all seem very similar to me, but I'm not an expert. Number of cars sold has remained very steady as well, about 2,300 in both cases. Hyundai, very good month for Hyundai. Tucson, top company with top 10. 9% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 8,400 to 9,200, comfortably outselling something like Vauxhall, I think by factor of two or almost 3, and market share's gone from about 5% to about 5.1%. Ineos, not really enough to say. They've had a big sales crash compared to last year. They only sold 25 cars as opposed to 152. Yeah. Jaguar, we know that soon every Jaguar model apart from the F-Pace will be discontinued, and then when that disappears, like next year, there'll be an entirely new electrified range of Jaguars. I can't say I'm necessarily looking forward to that, viewers, but I could be wrong. 20% down. A number of cars sold has gone from 1,500 to 1,200, and the market share has gone from 0.8 to 0.7. Jeep, very good. Probably that new Jeep Avenger, isn't it? 72% increase. Market share has gone from 0.2 to 0.4, actually. A number of cars sold has gone from 363 to 625. Excellent. KGM, formerly SsangYong, 106 cars sold last month. Market share is at 0.06. Let's look at SsangYong from June 2023 and compare them. 167 cars sold and 0.09% of the market. This rebranding hasn't really worked, has it, viewers? Or has it just take some time? I don't know. I'm sitting in the SsangYong now, so it's not like I don't like SsangYongs and KGMs. I do, but seems like nobody else does, which is a shame. Anyway, Kia, huge sales for Kia. They were at 5.4% of the market, but now at 5.8%. Number of cars sold has gone from 9,600 in June 2023 to 10,300 last month. That is a 7.6% increase. Excellent. Land Rover, far more profitable brand for JLR than Jaguar is these days. Percentage increase is 13.2. Market share has gone from 2.6 to 2.9. Number of cars sold has gone from 4,600 to 5,200. Very good. Lexus, some very nice cars, Lexus. Just they look a bit odd to me, a lot of them, which is a shame because they deserve to sell better. 60% down. Market share was at 1%. Now it's at 0.9. Number of cars sold has gone from 1,800 to 1,500. Maserati, quite a big decline, about 55%. But when you're only selling 38 cars as opposed to 85, maybe that's not so much of a bother. Mazda, almost exactly with the market growth at 1.1%. Growth of 0.73%. Market share remains virtually unchanged at 1.6%. Number of cars sold is about 2,900. I do like a lot of the Mazda model. I love the Mazda 3 Saloon and the non-hybrid Mazda 2 in particular. Those are my favourite ones. Mercedes-Benz, this looks quite good. 8.5% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 8,100 to 8,900. Market share is very steady, 4.6 to 4.9. MG, not quite absolutely Mercedes. Again, I don't know why we even call them luxury brands because that's really incorrect if they're everywhere. MG, 9.3% increase. I've got tons of models now, MG. They're about to release an new HS and ZS. The new MG3 is out, of course. I drove one last month. 4.3% of the market, now at 4.6%. Number of cars sold has gone from 7,600 to 8,300. Mini, nowhere near MG. In fact, MG have sold well over double what Mini did last month. Don't know how it makes you feel, but there we go. 12% down, 2.4% of the market, now on 2%. Number of cars sold has gone from 4,200 to 3,700. Nissan, 14.6% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 8,000 to 9,000. Qashqai and Duke have, of course, both in the top 10. And market share has gone from 4.5 to 5%. Peugeot, they've gone from 4,700 cars to 4,500. Market share has gone from 2.6 to 2.5. And that's a 2.7% decrease. Polestar, yeah, let's not go into too much about Polestar at the moment. It's a bit of a sad story, actually. 41% decrease. Market share has gone from 0.6 to 0.4. Number of cars sold has gone from 1,100 to 700. Porsche, also a decrease, almost as much as Polestar for some reason. 40.2% down. Market share has gone from 1.4 to 0.8%. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,500 to 1,500. Renault, an extremely good month for Renault. I'm not quite sure which car that would be. Maybe the Arcana's selling well, the Austral's selling well, the newly facelifted Clio. I don't know. Tell me in the comment section below. So 2.3% of the market, now 3.4. Was 4,200 cars in June 2023. Last month, 6,000, 44.7% increase. Seat, who I thought were supposed to be dead or something, but they're not, because we've had a 35% increase, and market share has gone up from 1.3 to 1.8, and number of cars sold has gone from 2,400 to 3,200. Skoda. Interesting. Yeah. 2.8% increase. Market share stayed quite steady at about 3.6%. Number of cars sold, it was exactly the same. It's gone from about 6,400 to about 6,500. Yeah, well done. Smart, still a very minority brand in this country. I think the only ones on sale at the moment are they #1. It's just variants of that. I can't remember now. Don't have much to do with them. 176% increase though. Number of cars sold has gone from 49 to 135. Market share's gone from 0.03 to 0.08. Subaru, massively outselling KGM or SsangYong now. Although they've had a decrease in their sales, 30%. Their market share has gone from about 0.2 to about 0.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 299 to 203. Suzuki, increase for about 2,050 to 2,300. Market share has gone from 1.2 to 1.3, and yeah, that's a 13% increase. Tesla, actually a decrease this month, about 10%. Market share has gone from 4.3% to 3.8. Number of cars sold has gone from 7,500 to 6,800, despite having 2 cars in the top 10. Yeah, not so good for them anymore for some reason. I don't know what that is. Toyota, always a big seller in this country. Yeah, gone from sort of 9,500 to 11,000, and yeah, that makes them one of the top brands. 17% increase. Market share's gone from 5.3 to 6.2. Vauxhall, 37% down. Number of cars sold has gone from about 9,900 to 6,200, a big decrease. Market share has gone from 5.6 to 3.5. So that's sold by loads of people: AMG, Hyundai, Kia, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi. Yeah, there we go. Minus 37%. Volkswagen, huge sales. Very steady in comparison with last year, only a 1.8% increase. Number of cars sold has gone from 15,200 to 15,500. Percentage market about the same, about 8.6. Volvo, big increase in sales, probably due to the EX30, although I know not always being recalled, aren't they? So yes, 42% increase. Market share's gone from 2.5 to 3.5. Number of cars sold's gone from 4,400 to 6,300. Total of that is about 179,000 as opposed to 177,000. That's a 1.13% increase over June 2023. So here you are, viewers, another month completed. I'm going to get back and turn the air conditioning on in the car because it's 29 degrees in Hampshire this evening. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video in the comment below, and we shall see you again next month for some more surprisingly relevant statistics.